Hey, this is Chris Johnson, and I'm halfway through a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm in a great fucking mood right now. Holy shit. I as I'm eating this peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's on a roll, too. You ever have this thing, when you grow up, you're kind of taught that shit should be a certain way, even though there's no real rules for it. Like, peanut butter and jelly is, like, limited to sandwich bread. Like, normal fucking a loaf of bread that you get from the store, you make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on that. One day, I'm just sitting around my fucking apartment scratching my dick, and I thought to myself, I want a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I've been buying a lot of rolls, like sandwich rolls. And I think to myself, like, I can't have peanut butter and jelly in a sandwich roll. That's ridiculous. Like, it's fucking bread. Like, who gives a shit what you put fucking peanut butter and jelly on? And I just started having fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on fucking rolls and shit. And as I'm eating that, as I'm making that, I thought to myself, like, what else did I have today? I always kind of take an inventory of what I'm eating. I had fucking Captain Crunch when I got out of bed this morning. Actually, it wasn't this morning. It was after 1 in the afternoon. Captain Crunch, fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I got a fucking Dr. Pepper here. I've got the fucking diet of a goddamn toddler. Or those fucking stoners that I used to know in college. All I'm missing are some, like, fucking Sun Chips and Doritos and those fucking blacklight posters. You ever see that shit? You ever know any, like, real, like, hardcore stoners that had, like, the blacklight posters and they would just get high? The posters would be, like, all these weird fucking colors, and then they would take the blacklight and just shine it at the fucking poster and just stare at that shit for hours. Can I tell you a drug story? My first roommate in college was a big fucking stoner. He was actually a fucking dealer. But he had these blacklight posters all over the wall. He had, like, all these fucking, like, colorful bowls and, like, pipes and shit. I remember, like, the first day I met him, I don't know if I looked like a stoner. I probably didn't. I probably was, like, a huge fucking, like, nerd. Like, I don't really think I was a cool guy when I was younger. I was, like, anxious and uptight and kind of like a maniac. The most stoner thing about this fucking guy is his middle name was Propolis. I'm not even fucking around. That's not a made-up name. His middle name was fucking Propolis. Propolis. He fucking showed me his goddamn license. He had this, like, book pack. He had a whole fucking system, like all these colorful bowls and pipes and shit. And he's showing me all this stuff. I mean, I was kind of like an uptight guy. I didn't know a lot of fucking stoners in high school, or if I did, like, I wasn't around it. And my dad was this anti-drug fucking nut dickhead who just drilled this militant shit into my fucking head. So I was weary of him. Like, who is this fucking guy? You know, maybe he's a dick, because my dad told me all those guys were dicks. And the ironic thing is, my dad was a drunk fucking drug addict asshole. Listen, I understand if you're a fucking cokehead and you got kids, maybe you don't want your kids doing that shit. But don't fucking, like, stigmatize it to the point that they fucking hate anybody who's different than them. Jesus fucking Christ, I had to fucking deprogram myself. But anyway, Propolis shows me all this fucking drug paraphernalia. Paraphernalia? Who gives a shit? I can't fucking pronounce anything. I got peanut butter on my fucking mouth, and this is the best I'm gonna do. So he was fucking this girl, or at least I think he was fucking this girl. They were together a lot. Maybe she just wanted, like, free weed or whatever the fuck. But she was a nice enough girl. Well, one time Propolis was out, and I'm sitting there playing fucking video games, and Propolis, his lady comes in, and she's like, "Where's he? I need some shit." And I was like, "I don't know where the fuck he's at." And she's like, "Well, do you know where he keeps his stuff?" And I did know where he keeps his stuff. So I fucking told her where all his fucking drugs and shit were, and she fucking took them. I thought, I don't know, they're fucking, right? They're fucking. They probably got, like, some type of a relationship where, you know, I can lend out his shit. It was a bad fucking idea. That motherfucker was pissed. I've never seen him fucking get angry like that. Although he's the nicest guy in the world, so he wasn't, like, too angry. And so, like, he'd, like, fucking, like, stormed out of the room. I thought if two people are fucking in some type of relationship, I thought maybe they were at a point where you could lend out the bowls, you know? I still kind of feel bad when I think back to that, because I'd be super pissed if somebody gave away my shit. I wasn't thinking, man. I was a dumb kid. I was a smart, dumb kid. I had no, like, fucking common sense. You know what it was? It wasn't, like, common sense, because I was a pretty bright guy as a kid. It was, I didn't have, like, real, like, social type skills. I had social skills with the fucking maniacs that I hung around with, but I hung around with, like, dickheads like me. And I was from, like, a smallish town, so I didn't see a large swath of people. So when I got, like, out to college, I didn't really know how to interact too well with people different than me. I didn't understand social cues. I was fucked. Jesus Christ, I couldn't even really interact with my friends when I was in high school. I was just a fucking anxious dickhead. And I blame fucking all of that on my dad. And to a lesser extent, my mom. You're not off the hook here, Ma. I know you listen to this shit sometimes. You're fucking partially to blame here. Don't worry, I'm not mad at you anymore, but come on, let's be honest. Let's be fucking honest here, goddammit. You are the fucking reason I gave away my fucking dealer roommate's drug shit. He got it back, though. He got it back. I think he found her in the woods. Like, it was innocent. She just wanted to get high. She wasn't going to steal it. Look, I'm a pretty good judge of character. I knew that woman who was fucking just wanted to smoke. I knew she wasn't going to rob his ass. He did get robbed one time, though. He used to carry around, like, a lockbox. Like, anytime he was going to do business, the lockbox would come out. And it was legitimate, like a fucking lockbox. Like, it was a fucking, like, metal container with, like, a fucking lock. And when he would fucking deal, he kept it in there. Somebody beat the shit out of that guy one day. I felt bad for him after that. I was kind of a dick to Propolis, too, for a long time. I feel badly about that, too. I had to apologize. He was one stop on the apology tour. I know I've brought it up on the podcast before. Chris Johnson, a fucking dick to fucking everybody in his life for his first, I don't know, man, way too many years. And then you gotta apologize along the way if somebody's gonna accept it. I think Propolis accepted it, and he seems to be doing pretty well. He was like living in the fucking islands or something last time I talked to him. I talked to him, relatively recently, maybe like 5 years ago. Stay in like loose contact. Like we're not close or anything like that. But he was like fucking like just selling like drugs on like islands and shit. This guy's fucking awesome. If you're a fucking stoner and you can like go to the fucking like Virgin Islands or some shit and live on the beach and just do like fucking massage and sell fucking drugs, then you fucking made it. That's like if you're like a fucking a street baller and you make the fucking NBA or something. Like the guy's at the top of his fucking profession. I'm gonna check up on that motherfucker, see what he's up to. Maybe I'll do that right now. I'll be back Sundays and Wednesdays. I'll let you know what Propolis is up to if I find out. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Podbean, which is the host of the cast. Every fucking episode's there. Instagram is at maybe 5 minutes. Twitter at Johnson Hates You, or my Facebook timeline. You can catch me there, baby.